I'm George Flynn, and you're watching In-Depth TV. Today we're going to discuss something that may seem like it's not right for you, but maybe it's the right thing for you. What am I talking about? Well, today we're going to talk about what happens when you feel like everything's coming against you. It's not right. You just want to, everything seems to be going wrong. You don't seem to be, as one of my friends says, on the right side of the universe. You seem to be on the wrong side of everything. What do you do? What do you do with that? Well, the first thing you do is you make no decision. You remember, we've talked about this before, halt. I put an S on the end. Make no decision. If all of these things seem to be going wrong, and you're hungry, angry about it probably, lonely, tired, or sick. You're probably a little bit of all of those things, but at least one or two. Even one will stop you from making a big decision. Because a lot of times people want to throw in the towel and say, I quit, and do something else. Or maybe do nothing. What happens is you look at your situation and then you decide, are you going the right way at it, or is something trying to steer you the other way at it? And you don't change your mind about where you're going, or it's just how you get there. Maybe there are too many obstacles the way you're going. But how do we get there? Remember, we're not going to make any big decision. We're going to halt, hungry, angry, lonely, tired, or sick. We're going to stop everything, and just be quiet. Don't keep thinking. Just be quiet. Don't say anything. Close your mouth. Even if you, especially if you're driving or something, don't close your eyes. But just stop. And I'm not saying go into hypnosis. I'm not saying to meditate. I'm just saying turn off your brain. You say, well, I can't turn it off. I've got to do this. No, you don't. You've got to get clarity. Because once you get clarity, you'll understand where you're going. Once you get that clarity, and that's what I'm looking for you, the clarity. Let the information open up to you. Let you be led to do the right thing, not demanding that you go one area, one way, go to this way, do it this way. Well, maybe there's another easier way than having to barrel through all the brick walls. So I want you to just stop. And you can set your timer. You can do it for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And just stop. Now, 15 minutes would be better, but no more than 15 minutes. 5 minutes of just being quiet, closing your mouth, breathing through your nose, and being quiet. You can think about whatever you want to, but if all the thoughts of all the things jumbled up come to your mind, just let them pass. Don't focus on them, because it will take them literally 3 or 4 minutes for them to quieten down, all the chatter going on in your head. Let it quieten down. And then you say, well, I've only spent 5 minutes doing that. Well, 3 minutes to 4 minutes, and then that 1 minute of you being calm lets your brain chemistry calm down and lets you see things in a much more clear manner. Much clearer. Now try that. Just 5 minutes. Now, I said 10 or 15 minutes would be better, but once you get that 3 to 4 minutes of chatter in your head, letting it calm down, letting the thoughts come in, not focusing on them, let them go out. They'll come and go. And just let that happen. Now, the first thing when you are quiet, You want to figure out your what? No, it's not how to get there. It's not. The first thing you want to figure out is why. Why you're going there. Your why. The reasons, and I said reasons or reason, that you're doing what you're doing. Get right back down to the basics. Now, I found an easy way of doing this, and I'm going to pass it along to you. The easy way to do it is to write down your why. Write it down. And why you're doing what you're doing. And then, what do you do with that? Well, I'll tell you what I did. I wrote down the why, and I had it, you can see it laminated, and it was so much on it I had to do front and back. So I wrote down the why, and I took it and had it laminated. And I carry it in my pocket. You do not, I repeat this, you do not have to, everybody says you carry it around with you, you pull it out, look at it. You don't have to do that. You just put it in your pocket. And if you run across it, you might glance at it, but just write down that why and put it in your pocket, laminate it, put it in your purse, carry it with you. And you don't have to look at it every day. You don't have to memorize it. You don't have to do anything. Just have it with you. I don't know why this works, but you have it with you. And somehow your why will stay with you. I have no idea why this works, but I can tell you that it works. If you want to pull it out once a day, once a week, once a month, whenever you want to pull it out and look at it, feel free to do it, but it is not necessary. All I want you to do is write it down. Now, I would warn you or urge you to laminate it. That way, it's kind of like a credit card or something. You kind of keep it with you. You just laminate it. And there are plenty of places that'll do it, or you can get a home lamination kit and do it. But once you do that, and once you trim it to about the size of a credit card, put it in your pocket, size of a business card, just carry it around with you. You can put it in your wallet. You can put it in your purse. Just have it with you. And whenever you touch it, you'll remember your why. I have no idea why that works. But I can tell you, someone told me about it, and I said, probably like you're saying right now, that'll never work. That's the silliest thing I've heard of in a long time. But it does work. I was amazed at how it works. So you've calmed down now, and you've understand your why you're doing what you're doing. And that's what it takes. That's exactly what it takes. You've written out your card, and if you care to pull it out, fine. If you don't pull it out, that's okay. It's there with you. You don't have to focus on it all the time. It doesn't have to be the center of your life or the focus of your life. You can go on with your life because you have done this one thing one time. And the fact that you've got it with you means you don't have to sit there and remember it. You can always pull it out. You don't have to commit it to memory. You can always pull it out and look at it. Therefore, you can relax about it. You don't have to say, oh, what was that? You don't have to get frantic. Just pull it out. Look at it if you ever question it. Now, if things are going against you, if circumstances are going against you, remember, no decisions. That's number one. Number two is I want you to make sure you calm down 5 minutes to 15 minutes. 5 is okay, 10 is better, 15 is the best. No more than 15 minutes. And I would want to make sure you just calm down. If you fall asleep, that's okay too. But if you don't fall asleep, that's okay. I mean, you just let your brain, let everything calm down to where you can see where you're really going. But first, remember, you got to know why you're going there. So once you figure out or you remember why you're going somewhere, then the decision making becomes easy. You say, what do I do about this? What do I do about that? No. Your why will help you focus on the thing that's, upsetting you, or the thing that needs correcting first. The first thing that needs correcting. Don't try to correct them all at once. Correct one thing. Correct your approach to one thing. Make an apology. Confront whatever it is that's bothering you the most, and get that done. Once that's done, you go to the second one. And everyone but me, says, make a list and prioritize it. Well, once you know your why, you don't need to do that. You can forget that. You've got your why. And so you'll know, say, well, what is the thing that's most important for me to do right now? And you do that. Then you come up with, what's the next most important thing? You do that. You haven't had to make a list. You haven't had to rewrite your list or go to your why card. You have done it almost automatically. And things will calm down. Situations will change. People around you will see your calmness. You're not flying off the handle. You're not jumping around nervous. You're not yelling and screaming. You're not head in your hands, oh, woe is me. You're very effectively addressing whatever it is that needs to be done. It can be in your family. It can be in your work. It can be in your social group. It can be online, offline. It can be something with radio, TV, newspaper, magazine. It can be anything. It can be fixing a faucet at the house. It can be anything that you need to do. And you will figure out how to do it because you've calmed down. You're not frantic. Your health will be better. Your blood pressure will be in better control. You won't have so much stress. Someone's stressed, it's hard to make effective decisions because they're just trying to do something. And that's fine to do something, but I would rather see you do something that helps the situation rather than inflames it or makes it worse. I hope these ideas have been helpful to you, because there will be times when things don't go as smooth as we like. And you'll have some, we'll call them challenges or thorny opportunities. I like that term rather than we've got a big problem. We have an opportunity. It may have some thorns in it, but it's a thorny opportunity. Or it's a challenge. Or you can have a situation. Now, a situation is easy to conquer and correct, whereas a problem, that's kind of challenging, as we say. But we say we have a situation that we need to work on. You're talking to yourself. I'm talking about the royal we. We have this situation. And so then you approach it and you change the situation to the opportunity that you've always wanted. I'm George Flynn. You've been watching In-Depth TV. I appreciate it, and I will see you next time.